return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bears offense will have the football first, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring it together. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bears will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Here's the return. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times. Because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when they're schools.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend.
Looking for the end zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. It doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Harvey.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? You're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Now they'll run the draw. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Finding an escape route. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it your entire playbook moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Fires it incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. It's Pierce. He's got him. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going to run it. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bears! They went
Fucking
for the big
stupid.
play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season? This guy has
And no
had
shot of
scoring
fucking
in the first
defending
game.
that.
He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll leave it with him. Just gets it to the 28. Pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Lost the throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
A completion, but not quite enough for the 1st down. 3rd down coming for this offense. It's complete on the right side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Dances away to buy time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays. He got outside the pocket, incomplete pass, but you know what?
He's taking the shot. Makes the catch. No one's going to get it. Touchdown.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, let it go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the back. Just gets him to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside kick. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Red pass, it's complete. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Always a welcome play from the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
Got him downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36 and we 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out flat right there. He slips them out to the right, gets them the football quickly. But this defense, man, I tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still going. And they finally made the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Dude, why'd you fucking stop running? Idiot.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start taking the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pierce. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not...
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Drawn in the red zone, it's Hodges. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, well, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He leaves it with his back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to sneak it. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Bears ahead. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, the defense really needed to stop that. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Clark. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Under fire. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. And see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Send the tight end in motion. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll give it to the back. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
To the ground with the back. Running to Green. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. We're now seeing
nowhere to go but run down. He goes at the 39.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Working on the right. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
There's an alley to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like...
And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there and you know what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air, it's Pierce. Right out. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so we're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Bears send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. A daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. First play of the drive, lost the throw. Finds his tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. now. The defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might be changing the route. The play action fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Now on the option. He'll pitch out. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Pierce. He'll throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here comes the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line, and a big play for this offense.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They're going to ride this running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup right around there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting the motion, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Steps away to find some room. And they're in for a touchdown.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it it all together. Offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a trying to deliver that ball, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down. To the air, it's Pierce. Got his man downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Bears have this offense rolling. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bears line up to punt it away.
They wouldn't let through. My safety was in a perfect spot to just walk up and intercept that thing, and they wouldn't let him fucking do it. It's so stupid.
Here, hoping for a successful drive. Adjusting the pattern. Get in the pocket! Off-play action on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it up to 30. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go to play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And Jesse just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. in for the offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. The points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, you know, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Off play action. A deep throw as the clock runs down. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Pierce. Using the quick game. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll go to the air on second and short. Makes the grab. Going for the goal line. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. The Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Dang, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out.
I'll be done in just a minute.
Everybody on offense here should
There's 42 seconds left in the game. I'll be done in just a minute.
coming in this one, they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They're still firing away even with this lead. Going over the top. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And after this play, the cake will be baked.